Alright, everybody, let's see this. How the Audi RS6 became Europe's #1 getaway car. Let's go.
A blacked out Audi RS6 is standing in front of a bank in a small village in Germany. Propane gas is slowly filling the chamber of the ATM machine.
Bro, if I knew how to blow up those ATM machines, bro, I would do it, bro. Bro, easy money.
Roads are being flooded in blue flashing lights as you can hear the approaching crescendo of the sirens in the distance. The 4-liter V8 is roaring like a panther. Cold air is whining.
But of course I'm joking. I wouldn't do it. You should not do you should not do that kind of stuff. That is criminal and you could go to jail for that. You probably would go to jail. Maybe not, but yeah, don't do that.
Through the twin turbo setup and 850 Nm are making all 4 tires fight for grip. The typical German police cruiser is no match for the 630 horsepower behemoth, but no one can outrun the radio. What follows is a dash to the German-Dutch border by any means necessary, driving speeds exceeding 300 km an hour or 186 miles an hour, and using police countermeasures like night vision goggles and laser pointers. What sounds like a script for the new Transporter movie is real. It's a story of bank heists, high-speed chases, drug trafficking, and how it all proves that if there is one car that makes you literally above the law, it's the Audi RS.
Bro, it's true. If you can drive fast enough, bro, they're giving up.
6.
The fast life, the fast living. They see the ambition, they know I'm past driven. Look, we are not the same, this is not a game. I've been swerving through the city in and out of lanes. Yeah, cause if I see it, then I want it, then you better know I got it. Ain't no options, I'm about to do the damn thing. I'm an outlaw, you can never catch me. I'm in first place, you can never.
The vehicular arms race between cops and robbers is most likely as old as cars itself, from Clyde Barrow writing a letter to Henry Ford praising the superior power of the 1934 Ford Model 40B 4-door Deluxe, over the UK government wanting to ban the robbers' cars of choice, the Lotus Carlton, to the Dodge Performance models being infamous for being uncatchable, to the point that a trim level is named the Jailbreaker. All these cars have the perfect recipe for a getaway car. Ludicrous acceleration.
Hell yeah, we should react to getaway cars, man. That's funny shit.
Top speed, plus the needed caveat of being indistinguishable from the basic trim levels in everyday traffic. The Audi RS6 definitely performs in this regard, with its power figures, all-wheel drive system and sports car-like handling, which allows it to lap the Nürburgring, also called the Green Hell, in 8 minutes and 4 seconds in spite of almost having a curb weight of 2 tons. At the same time, the Audi RS6 blends in with Western European traffic, which predominantly consists of German sedans and wagons that are very similar in shape and design. However, for a group of bank robbers in the Dutch town of Utrecht, the perfect getaway car needed a few more tricks up its sleeve, which can be traced back to their modus operandi of blowing up ATMs in Central Europe. This man is known by his street name Fuad Lago, inspired by the James Bond villain Emilio Lago. He built up a group of 200 to 500 men, called the Ploofkragen, who are specialized in this type of robbery, which are part of the Mokro Mafia, an organized crime group with a uniquely hybrid construct of traditional mob structures and a flat hierarchy more found in youth gangs. According to court testimony of his then girlfriend, Fuad Lago sometimes sent out 8 groups of robbers, making an absolute kill.
No, did you hear that? His girl's testimony. Bro, never fucking show a girl anything, bro. Never say anything, bro. Act dumb.
Blowing up ATMs. But his success was short-lived due to the Dutch government ranking up security for their ATMs and him blowing himself up doing training for blowing up an ATM, with the Hydra having lost one of its heads.
Bro, why I don't know this guy?
Small fragmented groups put their target on a different European country. Attacking ATMs in Germany brought a lot of special challenges for a getaway car, and here it is where the Audi RS6 has its true potential. A lot of cars can drive fast. The question is, for how long? As the drive back to the Netherlands can get quite long, especially with heat on your tail. Due to the very unique conditions of the German autobahn, many German auto manufacturers put their cars through a 24-hour test of the powertrain in the high revs. This is really an insane challenge because the faster you go, the more wind you have to push through with more horsepower, creating more heat. There are some extreme examples of this, for example the VW Python having to perform over 24 hours at a speed of 300 kilometers an hour with the climate setting set on low. On top of that, German cars can be incredibly reliable if they are maintained exactly how the engineers intended and regularly serviced. However, reliability under extreme circumstances is
Honestly, German cars, bro, they're the best. The best. If you just go through the service, it's the best.
not enough to get back to the Dutch border. As there are surveillance cams at every corner and every gas station, the Audi RS6 needs to carry enough fuel to get in and out of Germany for the heist on top of the crew and the robbed money. Sometimes function truly goes over form, as a wagon is not a car typically associated with a getaway car, but this extra fuel makes a difference between getting away and getting busted. But no matter how good a car and how fast it is, you first need to get access to a car. And of course none of the heist money goes towards buying these cars. No, these cars are stolen. And sadly the Audi RS6 and other vehicles from the VW group can make relatively easy targets here. Models from recent years with keyless entry can become victims to relay attacks where someone uses a framed antenna to enhance the signal out of a victim's house to make the car recognize the key like it's right there. However, due to GPS technology,
Bro, this is some high-tech shit, bro. Damn, he just went to the door, scanned the shit, it opened. Bro, easy money. But you shouldn't do this shit. This bad shit.
that needs to be removed after stealing the car, and rolling codes which make it a lot harder to copy a reliable key, models pre-2016 are preferred. It does not help that many cars from the VW group, potentially including the Audi RS6, have many security exploits pre-2016 as well. Only a very small number of chirographic keys has been used in the different VW group models. That's why sometimes you had the odd moment in the past of unlocking multiple cars in a parking garage when trying to get into your car. To make matters worse, the amount of master keys is incredibly limited and also programmed into the majority of all vehicles. So if you have one VW group car, you can unlock them all basically, and this is accessible in the firmware without being locked. Some of these codes have not been changed in between 1995 and 2016, and VW knew about this issue. And it certainly doesn't help that all the tools you need are accessible on Amazon. Criminalizing these tools is not the solution. It needs to just be harder to steal a car. On top of that, there are many more exploits like the HETAC.
Very, very interesting about the Amazon thing. Funny. Very funny.
2 chip in the Audi RS6 from the Dutch company NXP, which would blow the proportion of this video. After establishing how the Audi RS6 became Europe's #1 getaway car, what are the negative consequences of this? The chases of these vehicles put innocent lives at risk, as well as the explosions blowing up the ATMs and potential house fires, with all this being relatively easy to prevent with color cartridges at ATMs. But due to the banks getting bailed out by the insurances, the color cartridges would mean more cost for the banks. The financial damages per year are roughly around 75 million euros in damages and around 20 million euros in stolen money. There are suspicions that the money is being laundered in real estate projects in Spain or used as startup capital for the drug business, doing more damage and damaging more lives all across Europe. But getting color cartridges into ATMs is not the solution to all these problems. It highlights that even in some of the safest and richest places on earth like the Netherlands, there are some failings of the social state, which need to be addressed. It highlights how important the work of social workers and the investment in more social mobility for everyone in society is. Because if there's one good way to stop someone from joining a gang like the Ploofgrafen, it's hope and a shot at something else in life.
I could be fine dining, wine and a white line on my side, my name shine.
Bro, honestly, I understand those guys, man. That ATM is too easy. And what you gonna get? A couple of years? Maybe. Fuck. I understand them. But you shouldn't do it. But I understand them. So yeah. Shit. But yeah, the Audi. Yeah, it's a nice car. You can do some stuff with that. See you guys next time.